We often hear as a compliment that Judaism has almost universal literacy, and historically, at least for men and boys, this was indeed the case. The high priest Yoshua ben Gamla, towards the end of the period of the Second Temple, issued an edict that set up preschools and made it compulsory for parents to send their children there. But dialing forward in Jewish history, we find a similar observation much more recently. The commentator Even HaEzel, that's Issa Zalman Meltzer, who's living in the late 19th, early 20th century, observes that there is a connection between universal literacy and this week's Torah portion, which is the opening of the book Vayikra. Vayikra is all about the various sacrifices that can be made, and Meltzer points out that one message that can be drawn from this is that a parent should be ready to sacrifice themselves, even the shirt on their back, to make sure that their child gets an education, and that this is the true meaning of the sacrifices that are listed at the beginning of the book of Vayikra. Perhaps it's not a coincidence that it was always tradition in Jewish schools to teach children from the very beginning of the book. And so as we read the beginning of the book, this cycle around, perhaps we can remember that the fact that we are able to read it at all goes way, way back in the history of our people. And furthermore, it might prompt us to try and ensure that every child whose life we can affect can also be given the gift of literacy. That was your Torah in 2.